I'm just taking a little sit down rest here. I forgot about this bench being here. It's been here for maybe 15-20 years. It's kind of a little weathered, but it works. I got maybe another 3/4 of a mile. I'm going to go uphill and make a loop and come back, but this is just a wonderful view. A misty day in Pacifica, not unlike the summer days we have down here. Middle 60s, humid as heck. Sometimes it reaches in the low 70s in the valley, but it's definitely it's a jewel of its own. Open space, lots of hiking trails and running trails. Saw a couple of guys hiking already. These forests are so enchanted because they have their own little secrets. Different shapes and forms of these trees are so thick over here. It's like a little temperate jungle in here. But right now, it's we have eucalyptuses over in the Delta too, but it's a little more toastier and warmer over there. But there is always a constant breeze blowing in from the bay and the ocean. But yeah, I wanted to stop real quick and take a quick rest. I pause it right now, and look at these interesting shapes of these trees. It's just amazing. If you didn't know anybody, you'd think everything was being manipulated, but not always the case. I'll leave it up to the viewer to decide whether it was or not. So we'll continue on at the 3/4 mile marker over here. This goes back down the main. Actually, the marker's right over here. I passed it by. The 3/4 marker should be right about over there. Anyway, I know you believe me. And anyway, so we're going to continue up the trail, maybe the 1.5 mile marker. I'll see how things are, how I feel. Maybe go a little further, but like I said, I just ate a big old lunch, so I may have to back off on going too far today. But the weather's not cold. I mean, not really hot, so I don't have to worry about sweating too much. See how these trees fall? It's so amazing because you just can't tell whether these have been manipulated. They drop down there like that, purposeful or what. Never quite sure. But it's quite enchanting, to say the least. Let me go ahead and pan in again and continue upward. Sloshing that water, sloshing around that bottle. Wasn't really prepared to bring my backpack today. But I think I just kind of hiking by the seat of my pants here. But thank God I always keep my hiking shoes in my truck, so I can stop almost anywhere and change my shoes and just pick up a short little trail walk. See how close this area is to the suburbs? Right there, right in the backyard. But they are thick over here. The forests are thick. Never snows here. It's a temperate forest. It's never cold enough. Oh, it might drop into the low 40s, upper 30s in wintertime. May see frost, but rare, very rare. It's very, like I say, it's almost very much identical to parts of Australia. Pull out over here and fix my back brace. I'm starting to slide down again. I should have put it a little tighter. But it's nice to have these little benches along the way. You can stop and take a quick rest, water break. Almost a mile up. Time for a pause. So you tell me whether you think that this was being manipulated, if it fell that way, If it was placed that way, to me it's a 50-50 at best. But it does get windy in here. And these eucalyptus trees branches snap and they fall as they may. So I can't swear to it, but they surely do look manipulated to me. These leaners and things, faux X's, stuff like that. The wind's coming in off the ocean from out that way, about halfway up this side of the ridge. Just a really lovely walk. Most of these trees I'll hop out about 120 feet. There are some real big ones though along the Big Sur coast, Monterey coast, and north of San Francisco along West Marin coast as well. They get about almost 200 feet, about 180 feet tall. Definitely return to San Pedro Valley Park. There's Montara Mountain that way. It goes up to about 3,000 to 4,000 feet. Fog around the top of it. You can't see the top at all right now. But the wings picked up and it's turned into a cool summer-like day. You can tell the reason why these local people love these trails. And they're not used nearly as much as they should be, but they're year-round. They never close them. And I'm really surprised this COVID managed to close up half of these trails in here. I don't know why. It's BS as far as I'm concerned. Nobody's even getting close to each other. Nothing but fresh air here. Nothing but social distancing up here. Let's see what the sign says. So I think I may have reached the mile marker. Yep, I sure did. This is the Montara Mountain Trail. Yep, just like I was saying, 1 mile up. Maybe I'll go another half mile and that's about it. Yep. Stop to take a breather. But look at this beauty. Look at how this mountain just sprouts out of nowhere, and these are truly the coastal hills. All of these are coastal hills. They're not the exterior, or I should say interior coastal hills that you see along Mount Diablo, Mount St. Helena, Mount Hamilton, Pinnacles. They're all interior coastal hills. These are outer coastal hills, coastal hills, and they're much more lush. As you can see, probably the average rainfall here is about 30 inches a year. That's about the average rainfall. On a real wet year, that gets up to 45 to 50. But this year, I think they maybe just barely got 20, 22. Because we had a drier year than normal. It's not drought, but because we have our reservoirs are still full from the previous 3 years. As far as snakes are concerned, not really worried about snakes here on these hills. I mean, I'm sure there are rattlers, but more on the open face and rocks. They don't really cross the trail much, but you do see gopher snakes and king snakes and garter snakes. It's California garter snakes. Just doesn't get really hot where the rattlers like to hang out on rocks and stuff like that. Not a lot of rock outcroppings here or caves. Lots of thickets, a lot of other critters though. Deer, coastal deer, possum, skunk. There's some yarrow root over there growing. Wild yarrow. Smells like corn, like baby corn. Yarrow root. Little jungle in here. Little wet jungle. And there are mountain lions and lynxes here too. So if I was smart, I would have had a little bit of spray with me just in case, but usually I collect my sticks together and they usually kind of take off. I'm not planning on running up and down the trail anytime soon. But for a runner, guys like to hike these, run these trails, always should have a little bear spray with them in case they get any threat of a mountain lion chasing them. A little pause here. Pick it up later. So there's a little bit better view. Montara Mountain's up there, about another 1,500 feet. And that's across the valley. More trails over that side. The Valley View Trail and Hazelnut Trail is that way. Just a wonderful spot. I don't want to venture to guess how many acres here. I'm thinking at least 1,000, 1,500 to 2,000 acres in here, I'm sure. No doubt about it. Just look at that beauty. Just beautiful. Over and out for now until we get to see how thick it gets over here. It's just like these are truly thickets. They just, you can't even penetrate them at all unless there's some kind of a game trail there. You just cannot penetrate that. Catching my breath now. I'm not gonna sit right yet. I want to try and get up to that top of the ridge so I can take a picture of the ocean from here, from there I mean, and then probably turn around. Is that pretty or what? Moss everywhere. Oh yeah, manzanita trees twisting and turning right through here. Yeah, California's loaded with manzanita. I think it goes all the way up into Oregon, I think. Definitely the Sierras, they always just snow pretty well. They're kind of related to the madrone tree. I think they're the same family, but they grow a little more scraggly, not quite as big, not as tall. See, we can go there and pause it again. Oh yeah, let's go to this side and see how far we've gone. Maybe a mile and a half now. Was it muddy up here? Yep, mile and a half. Oh, mile and a quarter. My bad. So maybe I'll go another quarter mile up. Yep. Documenting documenting while sitting here at the about 1.75 mile rest stop here on the Barbara Jenkinson bench. I knew her and her husband. Her husband coached my daughter in soccer for a couple of years, and she died tragically in the early 2000s, I believe. She had cancer, I believe. Chuck was a really good guy, but I don't know. I haven't seen her for a long time since I moved out of Pacifica in 2014. But anyway, we wish her well and hope she's with the Lord in heaven. We can only pray for her soul. And she died very young. I think she was only in her maybe mid-40s at the most. Anyway, so I'm about ready to head back up the trail. Took my little rest. Still continuing up the Montara mountain trail. That guy's in great shape. He's walking. We ran all the way up there to the ridge, turned back down. So he got us good. He's going to get us two and a half miles up, and probably another 2.5 down. Maybe a good 5-mile run up and downhill. He's in great shape. Yep. I admire the ability to do that. There was a time when I could, but not anymore. I could always hike hills, but could never really run them that well. Maybe I could do a 1/4 mile switchback, but that was about it. I could never make it up these long inclines. It was just too much. Anyway, so we got all kinds of different foliage here. Blackberry bushes and poison oak and rhododendrons and Monterey pines right here. Okay, 1.5 miles. Okay, so our rest stop just a little short of the 1.5 mile run. Walk. So you got the yellow jacket trap. Ocean out that way. And then there's going to be a big view once we get to the top of this ridge. And then I'm going to turn around and go to the other trail. But see how pretty that is. Yeah, these Monterey pines. They only grow on the coast. Only on the coast. And they get a lot of moss on them. They barely didn't make it through the pitch canker disease they had back in the 80s and 90s. Few survived. Many of them died from it. Once in a while you see some really healthy ones that never got afflicted by it, but this pitch canker disease went all the way inland and hit the Sierras really hard, and borean beetles, and wiped out almost 40 to 50% of the Sierras. That's why there's so many fires. There's so much. They won't remove the all the dead wood, and causes so much burning material for these wildfires. The lack of smart forward stewardship, because the environmentalists, they don't know their rear end from the hole in the ground. Tree huggers that don't know how to be good stewards of the forest. Look at how beautiful the manzanita tree is. Almost purple. Almost purple. So let me get up to the top here. I'll pick it up some more. We're not for now. What we're looking at right now is the cross from halfway up the Montara Mountain Trail, looking west at the rolling hills, access roads for the GGNRA, which is the Golden Gate National Recreation Area, which is federally controlled. And it's probably a good thing they protect it all pretty well, leave open space for the public to walk and hike on. So this one I'm going to go up a little bit further. Look at a healthy, beautiful, beautiful cypress tree over there. That's just one gorgeous, healthy tree over there, not even touched by any human being whatsoever. Those are wonderful trees. Another one up here on the bend. Right up here. I'm walking up towards it. These are not plentiful actually along the Pacific coast. You usually only grow up to about a mile or two inland. Usually they stay right down along the the coast road. You can see the craggy outcroppings, a few of them along the way. They got another 1,000 feet to get to the top of Montara Mountain. I'm not going to go that far today though. But anyway, what a view, huh? Ooh, gotta pan this back in again. Okay, so we go a little further. There'll be a Y on the road up here in about another quarter mile. And then I'm going to probably turn around and head back down, but it keeps going up and up and up. Wonderful hike. I made it about 3/4 of the way one day, but I ran out of time because I had a doctor appointment in the afternoon, so I didn't get to the top. I got to do it one of these days. This summer is a good time to do it, but not today. See how pretty these are? Look at these beautiful, beautiful, abundant needles. See how they are? They're so wonderful. They're so soft, delicately beautiful trees. They just love this coastal climate. They're not really a hot weather tree, nor are they a cold weather tree. They're kind of a little temperate tree. The needles, they smell so good. Wonderful. Yep, honorary cypresses. They got outcroppings there, and I think there are caves up in there too. You can't really get to them. I think you have to climb some of these game trails to get to them, but you can see they look eerie from here. Definitely look like could be habitat for some golems or something. I don't know what to say, man. Look at them. What do you think? Is that trippy? Look at them. Look at these guys. Golem City. Look at these guys. Crazy, huh? Behind these rocks or underneath these rocks. It looks like it's granite too. It's like it's all granite. I don't think it's limestone. But look at that. The facings of these rocks. Really trippy. Very trippy. Let me go a little further up there. You see what I mean about these trees? Is the scrubs, bushes. I'm not sure what kind of scrubs and bushes they are, but they look like good hiding spots for something. Very quiet and very remote right here. Not that many people come up here. Yeah, I've made it up further. I made it a mile beyond the sign I have up here. I mean, they have up here. That's my end spot where I'm going to turn around and come back down. But look at the interesting. These hills are so much different than the interior of the country, than the conifer forest of the Rocky Mountains or the Sierras. Very different trees, very different forests. Like enchanted, kind of like expect Robin Hood to pop out of them anytime. And golems and hobbits and stuff like that. It says here, leaving San Pedro Valley Park. So this is as far as I'm going to go. From here on, this is county up to here, and then after this is all federal government from here up. This goes on for another Montara Mountain Trails goes up another mile or so up that way, switchbacking up that way to the top. I'm going to do it one day, but I'm not going to be able to do it today. It says leaving San Pedro Valley Park. Reminder: park's gate closed at 7 p.m. So I parked outside, so I'm all good with that. See here, like little golems. Tell me this is really a crazy area. Yep. But it's cool. Well, thank you very much for joining me today. It's been a good hike. Maybe I'll pick it up a little later if I veer off on a different trail. But I enjoyed it. Probably about an hour and 15 minutes uphill. Made it to the 2 mile mark. Okay, you take care. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day.